this down a smidgen. I'm sure you guys can still hear me okay. Let me turn that down just a little bit more. Alright. And we will cut in. Alright. How's it going? It's good to see y'all. I know we've got one person here. Don't be shy. Say hello. I need to wipe that down. I'll get that after we start the pomelo. Alright. Let's start how we normally do. Here we go. That should help out with volume a little bit. Probably need to move this just a wee bit closer. There we go. Alright. Let me pull up my scoreboard. I actually made something new today with it. I made a projections sheet, or rather a projections graph. Let's see. Scoreboard. There we go. Okay. So, a couple of updates. I actually don't know if I told you guys about this recently, but I did filter this to only show me the raw data from the past week. So that way I don't have to like scroll all the way down every time, which on a computer that's not too bad. I have shortcuts for that. But if I'm on my phone, it's really annoying. Fun fact, you can set up a filter based on the day. Unfortunately, I do still have to go in here and click it and then hit OK in order for it to update, which is mildly frustrating, but neither here nor there. That's fine. Rolling totals, we're doing good. We've got, after we finish our Lonely Octopus today, and I've got a half hour of cleaning, so I'm hoping to be done by 9-ish, 9:15-ish today, which has been the goal lately, and we've been getting pretty close, so good on us. But as you can see, if we can do all of that today, and if we can maintain ourselves tomorrow, we will have a full 28-day streak. Which I'm really happy about, like, genuinely. I really feel proud about that. It feels like I'm, like, actually doing stuff that I've always said that I want to do this with my life. Granted, progress overall, like, the lagging metrics are moving a little bit slower than I would have liked, but that's okay. That's where task management comes in, and that's going to be my next focus for the next 28 days. So I went ahead and widened the graph a little bit, just so that way we could see it kind of in a little bit more detail, make it a little bit easier to see. So you can see there were two, like, really big weekends for me that, like, I did a whole lot of stuff. And then there were weekends where I, like, really didn't do all that much. But that's fine. Yeah. And then here we have our projected weekly. So this is going to show me what I need to do in the next 7 days or so, including today. So in the next 6 days after today. And basically how this works is it's the same formula from the rolling totals, but I have it 3 minus that. And then below that it's 3 minus all of that, but also 3 minus the thing from earlier. So basically, if all goes according to plan, if I do all of this, then these will, of course, follow in suit. So I can show you what that looks like. We'll pretend like I've done 2 hours of Lonely Octopus and a half hour of cleaning. We will pretend. So 2 hours would be 4 pomos. Yes. And then so then what that looks like is that brings us to nothing happening on Tuesday, and then these staying the same. But we can also update the report date to pretend like it's tomorrow. And boom, everything that I've done today shows up again on next Tuesday. However, if I were to come in and, let's say, do an hour of Lonely Octopus tomorrow, what we would then see is me being in the negative because I would actually be over goal, if that makes sense. So, I don't know. I thought that that was kind of a fun way to figure things out. I can't say that I particularly like the idea of seeing negative values, so I think I'm going to put in some if statements, like if negative is 0 kind of thing. Just so that way that doesn't, like, mess around too much. Yeah, I'm thinking because if... Let's just, for a second, assume that I made that 0. Because that changes how this works. What? Oh. That still puts me in the neg there. So if we did 0 there, then it would end up pushing all of those 2 hours to Tuesday, which would be accurate. It would end up negating that. Okay. That's what I wanted to do. So, there we go. I don't know what that just did, but that's fine. I think, yeah, that's my data so far. So, yeah. I thought that might be kind of fun. I really don't actually like this graphical that much, but the one that I have on my dashboard is a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. So, there's that. Yeah. That's what I've got today. So, I made my goal for this week to be the jump back into the water project. I'm not feeling super confident about it. I was yesterday when I made the goal, and now I'm like, how about I don't? But we're gonna do it anyway, because that's what I made my goal. Israel Martin says hello. Hello, Israel. It's good to see you. Happy you're here. Okay. Cephalon Cypress says hello. Hi, Cephalon. It's good to see you too. Yeah. Do we want to start with a warm-up 25? I don't have any water, and I definitely need a snack. So I'd be okay starting with a warm-up if you guys are. I forget that there's just, like, an insane amount of lag. That's fine. I changed my camera angle a little bit. I realized that, like, the higher up it was, the further I was from the camera. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out, like, angles and all that. It really, like, would be better if I had, like, an actual setup where, like, I could put my laptop up and then put a keyboard down here. But as it stands, I'm either going to be looking here, which is not attractive, or I'll be up here, which is not comfortable. So, I don't know what to do. I guess just grin and bear it for a little bit. Let's hop over here. So, alright, I'm not hearing any objections to starting with a 25, so let's go ahead and get that moving. And I will see you guys soon. Okay, see you in 25. Okay. Here we are. I'm tired. I'm in pain. I hadn't seen the chiropractor in 11 days. And I just saw him today earlier, like right before the stream. He recommended that I put ice on my joints when I get home, and so far I have not, and I can feel why he would recommend doing so. So, your boy's not having the best time right now. But that's fine. Also, pineapple doesn't taste as good as it used to. I don't know if that's, like, an actual thing, or if that's just, like, where I'm at. Like, if I just romanticize the taste of pineapple in my mind, because, like, I was a gremlin who could only eat from the pantry. Oftentimes, meals in the house for me was just a can of pineapple. I didn't really put that together until just now. That's fun. Anyway, Susie says, oh no, I'm assuming about the chiropractor thing. We can ignore the pineapple thing for now. I'd gotten some canned pineapple to put on my salads. I put them on the salad for Monday. Completely forgot to add the pineapple for the salad today, because I didn't want to add it because of all the enzymes would make the apples that I had in the salad go mushy. And then I had it today without the pineapple, and I'm like, wow. Susie says pineapples are delicious. See, okay, I don't know why these aren't tasting as good then. I might have been just hyping them up. I don't know. They also might not be in season, or maybe this is a bad batch, or maybe this brand, because this isn't Dole brand. This is, like, the off-brand. Suzu says, yummy. It is. It's very yummy. Alright. I hope you guys can't hear me crunching on pineapple. I might just start, like, getting a fresh pineapple, because they sell pink pineapples, which are a little bit sweeter at Racers. A friend of mine had a pink pineapple in place of a cake, because they didn't like cake, for their birthday one year. That was fun. They asked me specifically to do the honor of cutting the pineapple, and, it was, I had, like, a tiny little cutting board and a huge knife. Not a huge knife, but Ooh, Cypress says some tea. Suzu says, oh, that sucks. That's not up to par. LOL, no crunch. Okay, good, no crunch. That sucks that it's not up to par. It really does. I'm really sad about it. Cypress says, OMG, did you know Dole has some whack history regarding covering up pesticides that wrecked the workers and caused cancer? Then they follow up with, pink pineapple sounds cute. Are they actually pink? I think that's the duality of man, of OMG, did you know shitty corporation did this, and then, yeah, that sounds cute. That doesn't surprise me. Like, Dole's been in the game long enough that they'd have some pretty, like, terrible shit going on. That definitely seems like something worth, like, researching, for sure. I'll have to look into it, because, like, that sounds fucking terrible. Not surprising, but terrible. It sounds like an Illuminati video waiting to happen. Suzu chimes in and says, pink looks so strange, and yes, they are sweet. Yeah, so they are actually pink. Like, they don't necessarily look quite as pink on the outside, but if you cut into them, they are pink. Like a bubblegum pink. Like, okay, hold on. Let me just, I don't know if they're, like, a GMO or something. That also wouldn't surprise me. Here, let me just... Yeah. They look almost like watermelon. Oh my Jesus, these are expensive. Maybe I won't do that. I didn't realize. Del Monte has a pink one. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Reese's has it. No, I don't want Reese's to know my location, thanks. Yeah, this is a little bit more affordable, too. I want to go back to Reese's sometime. We went to Reese's recently for coffee and produce. They had a lot of produce that was on sale because it was all going bad that day. Wasn't bad. I managed to eat the spinach like a week after it was supposed to be bad. Oh, select a store to see price. I don't want to do that. Didn't they have a price over here? Yeah, like $8. Yeah, you can buy 2 of them for $60 from Etsy. So I'm wondering if these people are like home buyers or if they're like poachers. Also, what would it take to grow a pineapple? Surely they're not hard, right? We've got no more time. Cypress says, LOL, so cute, the drink making potential. Oh, you know, I actually hadn't thought of that. I'm a little ashamed as a former bartender. Yeah, no, you're right. Like a pink pineapple drink. That would be pretty good, especially because it is sweeter. You'd be able to pair it with, like, I don't know, gin. Because a lot of people will use pineapple juice to cover up the taste of alcohol. Like, it's a very popular mixer. So the idea of doing, like, pureed pink pineapple with some really strong gin, and, like, really, like, even parts pineapple and gin, and then, like, a soda, so that way you can actually taste the dryness of the gin in comparison with the sweetness of the pineapple. I don't know if I'd go for soda. I might do a tonic. Oh, you could do, like, a play on a Tom Collins. No, Tom Collins isn't tonic. What am I thinking? Starbucks pink drink? Never heard of her. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and... Oh, I never cut back into scene. You guys have just been seeing that. Yep. Okay. Anyway. That's fun. Let's go ahead and jump back into it. Do you guys want to do a 50 or another 25? I'm good for either. Either way, I'm gonna get up and try to find something cold to put on my back. I might, like, grab a pillowcase or something. I don't think we have an extra pillowcase. probably fold up a blanket to like twist, like do like a cape, but have it fold in half like hot dog style and put like frozen vegetables in there and then tie it. That sounds like it's gonna choke me. I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. Well, I'm not hearing any objection to a 50. I'm not seeing any objection to a 25. Oh, here we go. If you develop a drink, you'll have to call it Ace's Power to the People Pink Pineapple Potion. Also, 25 is good. 50, please. I'm doing microscope inspection. Oh man, we've got 2 people. I'm kind of more down for the 50. Changed mine to 50. 25 is also good. Guys! Come on! To address the Ace's Power to the People Pink Pineapple Potion, that's a lot. That would be one hell of a challenge for marketing. I'm not against it, though. Alright, so because you fuckers can't agree to agree, I guess, would be the phrasing for that. Evens 50, odds 25. That's an odd, so that's gonna be a 25. Yeah? I have to wait for the actual stream to catch up with me. I guess you guys can't really hear this music, can you? Because it's like super turned down. But like, okay. If I speak here, I guess you guys can hear me, right? Suzu gave me a dice emoji, so I'm gonna assume that means that we're going with the dice. Awesome. See you in 25. was a very quick pommo for me. I can definitely tell the difference now that I've been adjusted. Had some ice on my back. Good shit. It was definitely not the most, like, ergonomic, I should say. But it wasn't bad. It definitely feels a lot better. I need to get it, like, more up here on the shoulder. I can feel it, like, just a bit higher up. My neck is tense, too. But overall, we're doing good. I think that I finally made at least one step's worth of progress in this water project, and I'm gonna fucking take it. I think taking a break to allow myself to step away from everything that I kind of had nebulously in my brain. Because you know how, like, sometimes when you're working on a project, your brain will end up having, like, background programs running, processing all of the stuff that you were like, oh, maybe it's this. And your brain will kind of, like, pull it back up, and you'll be like, oh, no, it looks like that won't work, but maybe later it will, or maybe I just don't understand enough about it, or maybe I'm just not using it right, I'm gonna move on to this other thing. Well, taking a break and stepping away from it kind of meant all of that background stuff stopped. Like, my brain finally gave up on it after a week. And then I came back to it, and I'm like, okay, I already had something that kind of works with the last one. It's just I did it in the wrong time at the wrong place. So I'm gonna try it. And it worked! Yay! Hey, bud. I also don't know if you noticed, Chubby was being an absolute ass. I really shouldn't be putting, like, a bag of frozen fruit directly on me. I mean, like, I've got a shirt, but with something being that cold, you generally don't want it to, like, be direct. Background programs. Yeah, exactly, background programs. That's exactly what I mean. I can't be the only one that has background programs running at, like, all times. I would argue that's actually probably a very human way of looking at it. I know a lot of people that would argue, oh, that's the ADHD in you, or that's the so on and so forth. Maybe it's the autism, whatever. I don't think that it should be pathologized to that point. I think the neurodivergent part is having the words to explain it. I think a lot of neurotypical people have experience with that as well. But that's, like, my own rant that I went off on my own just now. Like, without any external influence. That was just something that popped in my brain. Oh, fuck, that's good. I'm trying to think. So, I have, like, a little, like, weighted thing that can either be heated up in the microwave or, like, cooled off in the freezer. I put it in the freezer when I brought this out, which was roughly 25 minutes ago. It's probably not cold enough to do what I want it to do yet. That being said, it's not supposed to stay on for that long. You're supposed to have it off for a little bit. So, we'll give that a try. Alright. This is my favorite little side scarf. Set that there. Alright, BRB. Ouch, fuck. I'm getting too old for this, y'all. I'm getting too old to be alive. That's not necessarily true. I really do feel like I need to invest in a good ergonomic setup, though. That's gonna be, I think, one of the goals for this year, is to get, like, an actual decent setup that doesn't make me want to cry in pain when I'm done. Because it's like, okay, like the height of the bench is okay. And I can sit up straight and be just fine. Like, as far as my legs are concerned, that's fine. But, like, the height of the table would be fine if I were, like, eating, but I'm working. Which, again, would be fine if I, like, had a keyboard and the screen was here. But the problem is I only have a laptop and a second monitor that is, like, significantly smaller and does not fit on a stand. It's a travel monitor. It's nice. I really like it. I really appreciate it. My dad got it for me and it was very kind of him and it's helped immensely. But I still need to find a way to bring everything up instead of or, you know. It's fine. I also need to rework my workspace at work to attempt to figure out the same thing. That one's a little bit better though, because my other monitors are tall enough. I still can't get them at a decent, like, ratio of height for my keyboard though. I have hiccups. Oh, did I start the 5-minute timer again? Oops. I didn't intend on doing that. Alright, shall we go ahead and do a 50? End the night strong. In the meantime, they do have these lifted platforms for holding laptops and such that may be helpful. Yes! It would be helpful, I agree. I would still need a second, like, keyboard. Yeah. No, you're right. That would... I'm being difficult. I'm being, oh, woe is me. Suzu says, yes, ergonomics is important. You'll get it, LOL. I appreciate it. I also have to recognize that I am relatively new to trying to set up something like this, especially for myself. Okay, good. You're both down for a 50. I'm happy about that. I'm glad we can both agree on something. All three of us. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll look more into figuring out ergonomics. Yeah. Alright. No. There we go. Alright, see you in 50. Alright. The timer's so stretch. So stretch we must. There was a little pop. Nope, not on that side. That's fine. Ooh, that was a little crunchy. Not in a good way. Okay, where are we at? Oh, I'm dizzy now. Alright. I think that's it for me. I was feeling pretty confident going into that Pomodoro, and I was like, yeah, I finally got the thing I was wanting to do to work. This totally is related to the task at hand. And upon further evaluation, I don't think that it is. I think it's useful for something. Unfortunately, this section of data was specifically meant to look at correlation of null values, and I still don't fucking understand how to do it. I just kind of went for what I knew and the way ChatGPT was directing me, because I figured the nulls that I had figured out was like the percentages. That was all I needed. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just like desperate to move forward in any way possible. So that's the second time that this particular graph setup is probably not what I was looking for, but is still probably useful. Only the difference is this time I, like, ran 5 different graphs because I was pulling from samples, so it's not the entire data set. I ran like 5 different samples, graphs, for each combination of each feature that there could possibly be. So I've got like, let me just take a look-see-loo here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's just do it this way. So that's 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, probably roughly 150 to 200 graphs. So, you know, it's fine. Hopefully those will be useful. Maybe they won't. It's not like I just spent an entire hour doing that. Nothing but that. Felt really good. I was like, wow, look at me. I'm figuring this out. Look, I finally hit an easy part. That means I'm progressing. No, it means I'm being a dumbass more than likely. Alright. I think it's bedtime. For those of you still watching, have a good night. I appreciate you stopping by. Do some stretches, drink some water, and I will see you back here tomorrow night for Wavy Wednesday. I'm looking forward to it. So, stay safe out there, y'all.